Hello everyone, welcome to Tech World with Shubho. In this video, what we are going to know about there is no place like 127.0.0.1. You might be thinking, hey Shubho, what is this 127.0.0.1? I heard a lot from my friends on internet, like people used to circulate the picture of it. There is no place like 127.0.0.1. So what is this IP actually? And what is IP address? What is ports? So we'll discuss each and everything step by step. So let me explain first what is IP. IP is like the address, okay? IP address is like your home address. For example, if you wanted to some product, like you are living in Arizona or Washington DC or New York, you might be ordering something through Amazon. So you went to Amazon, you want to have some product from there, so you just put your address and it will be delivered to your home address. So if you just like change the address of your home, or you mistakenly just put it a wrong address, definitely it's going to deliver on the wrong address, right? But unfortunately that won't be delivered because you have put it a wrong address. So but it will go there, right? So similarly, when you want something to you have to give your address. Similarly, you have like your devices have some particular address, like your Mac or your Windows laptop or PC. Every devices which are connected to internet have some IP address, some address, okay? It's like your home address. So why is those kind of address are there? So IP address, something like this kind of like 127.0.0.1. So IP address also similar like that. It vary ISP to ISP. What is ISP, Shubho? ISP stand for Internet Service Provider. The provider who have installed Wi-Fi connection to your home, who have given a internet to your smartphone, to your iPhone. So whoever the company have given you internet, and you do a daily recharge or internet recharge on your phone, on your like Wi-Fi connections. So that's are provided by a company, particular company. That company called Internet Service Provider, ISP. So ISP give a certain IPs to every devices which are connected to your Wi-Fi. Okay, so if your 5 devices are connected to your internet, so 5 devices got new IP addresses, in like they are different, some device have different IP address, your Mac have, your laptop have different one. So every devices have different IP address, right? So similarly, every devices in this world have different IP address when it's connected to the internet. Why it's needed, Shubho? Because when you search something on Google, you are actually making a request, okay? So when you are making a request, like if it's similar, like you want something from Google. So when you are searching, hey, what is the weather today in New York? So you search about it on Google, okay? So when you are searching, you are actually making a request. Okay, you are searching and that request went to New York, to like in the ocean, then to USA and so something like that, so in USA headquarters where a Google server was there. So from your place to USA, or maybe you were living in Africa or some other places of in the world. So from there, it went through several wires, internet wires, through several internet service provider, and went to Google server, and they just knocked the door of Google server. Hey, knock knock, is it Google server? And Google opened the door and said, yes, it's a Google server. And they will be like, what do you want? Actually, my owner, he or she wants something like, what is the want to know the weather of New York. Could you please provide me the information about it? So then Google provides some response, and this response are just coming through wires, through your connections to your home, then through your home to that router, that Wi-Fi machine to your phone, and you got a search result. Okay, so when you are searching, you are actually making request, and your request is going to Google server, Google giving you the result or the response. Then you able to saw your phone on your phone that, okay, this is the weather, or this is the weather today, and this is the date of today. So so that's how you got the response. Okay, now see, if you don't have the IP address, so what will happen? You search here on your phone, hey, what is the weather today? And maybe if you don't have IP address, if we don't have IP address, then you search on, wait, what is the weather today? You just search, and maybe in your neighbor's home, on their laptop, just pop up. It's like this 20 degrees Celsius, 18 degrees Celsius, and result was shown on your neighbor's laptop, because the response through the internet from Google came, and then a response don't able to understand where I have to send, your internet service provider don't know where to send, because a lot of devices connected in that local area, and it got confused where to send. So they just sent randomly, and it was be pop up on a random device, so that will be horrible. You search on your phone something, and your neighbor's home or your dad's phone, mom's phone, just pop up something, whoever they connected with your internet. So this is a problem will happen when you search on Google on internet if you don't have IP address. So this is happen when you don't have IP address, but fortunately we have IP addresses. So that's how it's able to distinguish which device had made that particular request for a weather. Then ISP remember that and they send to that particular address only. Okay, so you would just order something, and your internet service provider got a response and sent your particular device only by your IP address, that unique IP address. It's very simple, so it's something like that. So whatever the device things are connected with the internet have some sort of IP address. It could be a Google server, it could be a small IoT internet gadgets, anything which are connected with the internet, which have internet on that device have IP address. Okay, so now Google server have their IP address. If you search on your browser google.com, so you are actually visiting a specific IP address, not google.com, because our mind can't remember that complicated digits. That's why to solve that issue, we have hide that complicated digit with the name google.com. That's how domain and works. Domains are, when you make a request, it went to a DNS management DNS service provider. So then ask for hey, I need google.com IP address. Then they find IP address, they went that particular IP address, took a knock the door, then they went to that Google server, knock the door, get a response, come back to your home, and you just get a response, on your phone. That's how all the internet works. And now what happened, you are actually every time when you visiting any sort of domains in this world, you are actually making a request. So I hope you got understand why we need IP address, why need IP address to it the internet able to identify, the internet service provider able to identify which particular device they have to reach. Now, every time you are visiting any site, you are actually making requests to particular IP address. Now comes to the point is, what is 127.0.0.1? What is this IP address? Now, you might be thinking Shubho, can you explain what you have written and why it says like this? See, I'm going to make a request and I will show you how I will go to make a request. See, this is the IP address 127.0.0.1. I will tell you later that which IP address this one. Okay, this is IP address for a particular thing. Now see, 127.0.0.1. okay, see, when I'm just refreshing, it's making request. This is making request through internet, oceans, wires to this IP address. Done. Now what I got a response is through my internet is 127.0.0.1 refuse to connect. I got this response. Amazing. Now just let me type something. Python/m http.server 8080. Okay, now hit enter. Now see, serving HTTP on port 8080. What is port? I will explain later, but again let me make a request. Can you see here? And every time whenever I will make a request, by just refreshing this page, you will be able to see something here. See, this is the request. I'm doing this IP address, particular IP address, and getting response. Very easy, very easy. Now what I did, I actually create a server, the virtual server, or you can say local server. So 127.0.0.1 is your loopback IP address. This is we call loopback IP address. What's mean? Actually, this is your IP address for your own home server address. So you are actually not going outside. You just, whenever you are opening any sort of softwares who provide server capabilities, like this line of code, this line of commands, python/m http.server 8080, actually creating a server. Okay, so now it's creating a virtual server or local server on my local device. Okay, so it's only limited till my until my up to my home. It's not going outside, so it's creating a virtual server on my local device. It's only my local device only, not outside. It's on my device only. So whenever you need some sort of server capabilities, like you want to build own server on your own local machine, then you use any applications or like this kind of Python lines to create a server. Okay, so you can run different kind of applications, different kind of things on different ports. Whenever, if you are a CS background or CA background, computer science background, so you might have used a VS Code, Visual Studio. Whenever you are doing some HTML development, so you are creating websites, you are testing that using go live option. So that time is local server is created on your on your own device. So that server you made on your local device, which works without any internet. You don't need any internet to make a request on this IP address. So whenever you are going to this IP address, or you just created any server on your device and you got some address, just paste that IP address here and you will see your application is running. Amazing. You don't need any internet. Just off your internet connection and visit this IP address. You will see things are like didn't change. Everything is amazing. But whenever you are visiting other external IP address, you will not be able to, because that time you need internet, because that IP address, that server is outside your computer. So that's why it need to some sort of connection to make a request. When you are connected with it, your connection is going to internet through wires, through that fiber optics, through oceans, through USA on server, or maybe from USA someone making request from New York to Turkey, Iran, or somewhere else, or maybe in China, India, somewhere else. Then we got a response. This is how its internet and networks work. Okay, so in this case, now let me explain what is internet actually. Internet actually built by network. When different networks add together, then it's become internet. Like when lot of computers is connected with each other, then it's create a network, local network, and local network create a regional network. Then we connect those through internets, through wires and all those optic fibers. Then it's become kind of our regional network. Then regional network creates that national network, that national internet. Then those kind of networks, computer network, when different networks are connected together, then it's become a internet. Global internet, global. We can say internet also global network. How it's created. So I hope you understand like what I meant to say about this thing. So this is IP address, and what is port? Port is nothing but a room. On your home, you have different rooms, right? Your room, your parents' room, or maybe you have some rooms for different activities. You have room for your gym, you have a room for like doing works, for room for paintings. So you have different rooms for different activities. Similarly, on a same server, there are a lot of things going on different rooms. So this is you have one single IP address, like 127.0.1. See, this is my computer, my local host server, my local server IP address. Okay, local host or local server IP address, this one. Okay, my own server IP address. Now in my own server, this is my server and this is my home server. Actually my IP address means my home address, and this is my home server, is my homeland. In land we have different rooms. In different room we can run different activities. So you can run application on 8080 port, or you can run any other application on 1020, or maybe on other ports which is standardized port. So you can run any kind of like things you want to run on different ports. So ports are nothing but rooms. Okay, so I hope you got my point, that ports are basically rooms on a server. So on a different room, different activities going on a different ports, different activities going on. Similarly, if you visit some particular IP address, you see like musics are going on. You just put a different like port number. For example, 8080, you saw like some streaming are going on, someone playing video games or someone saying something. 1020, you saw like someone doing podcast over there. So how it's happening? Because of port numbers. Those kind of servers are running in different rooms. So whenever you are changing port number, you are going different rooms, visiting different rooms each and every time whenever you are changing port number. So you are able to know that in which port which services are going on. Okay, so I hope you got to know what is port and how we got to know what is port number. It's very simple. After IP address, you give colon. Okay, after IP address, you give colon, not semicolon. Semicolon is like this one, and colon was like two dot, and then you put a port number, which is like in this case I'm giving 8080, but I will not be able to I able to see because I haven't stopped this my local server yet. Still it's running, still it's running. So you just let me close it. Okay, just see, I have stopped my server, okay, which I started using Python, simple Python command. Now let me make a request again on my own server, which is running on my own device, local device. Okay, now you will see what will happen. See, there is nothing, right? Why? Because no server is running. Because what is the server working is, when someone making request on a server responsibility is to provide the response, to that particular request. So when you are making request on a server, it's giving you a response according to the things are applications and program have put it on the server. So server act on that and give you information. So response according to whichever the things are put it over there on the server. So how it's work? I hope you got what is IP address, port numbers, and what is actually 127.0.0.1, how it's work, everything. So this is the end of this video, and please comment in the comment box, and if you find this video helpful, whatever I said, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's totally free of cost. It will gonna boost my confidence to make more videos like this. So please show your love through subscribing my channel, and if you haven't subscribe, please just hit the subscribe button. It's completely free, and just comment in the comment section and let me know how it's easy to understand, or is there any feedback. So I will be so happy to know about that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for taking video to watch until this time. So until then, we'll meet in the next video on a next topic. So yeah, until then, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye bye, tata, take care.